and then we'll get started. And of course, I'm doing perfect pitch practice. I'm extending it into August. This time because, you know, I've missed several days because of like work and different planning and stuff like that. So, see, the video isn't too good, but, and of course it's going to buffer as well if you're watching it live. And I'm going to edit these titles. Okay. Wasn't trying to do all that. But okay, so we're live. That's great. I'm going to make sure the sound is working good. And we're going to get started. Because I really want to go live every single night, no matter what's going on in August. You know, to kind of make up for July, I've been working on, if you want to see what I've been working on, go to votingrightsalliance.org or go to ourmarchtovote.eventbrite.com. So go to one of those two, and you'll be able to see some things that I've been working on. And of course, this is Perfect Pitch Training 18. Practice is August 1st. Now it's a special July series. So August 1st, 2020. It's not a part one of anything. Special August series. I'm just editing this title so I don't have to do it later. And this, of course, is moved to practice 12, it says. But that doesn't mean it's the 12th live stream, just the 12th practice session. And I'm going to do the same thing over on YouTube right quick, just so that I keep track of what I'm able to do and what I've done. So I make sure my numbers are good, and then I'm going to check audio, and then we are going to get started. That's where I click Save At. It looks like we're live, so that's good. And now we just are going to check audio. I think Facebook is automatically muted, yes. It's YouTube that's not automatically muted. So, I'm going to go back to YouTube. Of course, that's youtube.com/bot. See, I also did another thing. I went on to TikTok because the videos loop, and I created what was missing. I created sounds. I tuned my guitar previously, and I created sounds of every single note in tune, one loop, so that I can listen to them repeatedly over and over again, since I can't seem to find that anywhere. Okay, so let me see, make sure the sound is working. Sound is working on on YouTube, which is the most important part. Of course, you guys know I love you over on Facebook too, though. And we're going to make sure the sound is working on Facebook. Yep, sound is working good. Okay, great. And I'm going to bring up the chat that I can just view right there. So that'll make sure that everything's good. So if anything goes wrong in the stream, be sure to leave a comment. Of course, we are practicing perfect pitch. We got my box of 64 crayons. And we are going to work on... So we're going to work on coloring the sounds that we hear, which is the one I want to create those loops. Which I will be using to kind of like continually hear the sound on a loop while I'm creating this. And so I'm going to continue where I left off. Looks like we got E, A, and D, so we're into G now. I'm using my phone right now, but this is good. Okay, so I'm going to start. Well, I guess I am going to be using my phone. Start the alarm. Hey Google. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be saying hey Google. It messes up Justin's phone. I'll just swipe up from the bottom. Oh, it already knew I wanted to set an alarm for 1 hour. 11:52 p.m. Okay, great. So we are going to jump right into it. I'm so sorry I've been gone. Like I said, if you want to know what I've been doing, go to ourmarchtovote.eventbrite.com or go to votingrightsalliance.org. O-R-G. I'll also be on the Reverend Jesse Jackson's radio show tomorrow discussing this. His Keep Hope Alive radio show, discussing the things that I've been up to, the big voting rights events we got happening, the Gen Z and Millennial Votes Matter training, and then the National Summit on Protecting America's Vote, our march to the ballot box. And then this Hell Town Hall radio show. We got a lot of stuff coming up next week. So once again, to see all of those events, go to votingrightsalliance.org. I'm not going to spend any more time on that because this is about Perfect Bench. I am in a new location in my room because I had to like open up this space. And so now you guys can see me over here so that I can leave this space open for right now. I'm still organizing everything. I've almost got my whole room organized, so that's exciting. Okay. I wasn't aware I'd be given any more background. So we are on G, and we're going to write the color that we have for it. And, yeah. Okay. So on G. Yep. Now, like I said, I already tuned everything. Just to make certain. Yep, that is perfect. Okay, yep, that's a G. And make sure Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to hear the colors of it. Meditate some because some ways that I've learned to meditate using Headspace. Some methods that they do, I need to pick back up Headspace. So I'm just kind of gonna let my mind really hear it. What's going on inside the music. Okay, I think I got it. So while I'm coloring, like I said, I'm going to be playing my Eventbrite. My Eventbrite. Oh my gosh. My TikTok on a loop. Because it has a loop, I don't have to do anything, and if something happens with TikTok, the videos are only downloaded to my phone, and I can easily loop them using my phone's tools. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open my TikTok. I didn't keep the titles on, which would have made it easier. I guess I should have added those titles, but maybe I can do that later. But you'll see on the top right there, as I shamelessly also promote my TikTok, you'll see on the top right there, I've done all of the 6 open chords, or open notes, because I'm like, it doesn't exist, so, you know, why not be the one to do it? And make it exist. Okay, so that's an E. Okay, playing a low E, playing open A, D, G. Here's G. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope you can. I'm going to pause this loop just for a second so I can listen to the original sound again. I think it's really helpful to listen to the loop, but of course, you know, nothing compared to like actual, you know, actual music. Okay, making sure we're still streaming. We are. Good. Even though it does sound good, that's good. Okay. So for G, oddly enough, the color I thought of, the main color especially, I mean, I had some yellow and some orange and stuff in there as well. But the main color that I thought of was, surprisingly, and that's why I laughed when I realized it, and if I didn't already say, we're not associating colors with the notes. This is just one of the exercises that was in the Perfect Pitch training course. But the one that I kept thinking of was gold, which is funny since it's G. So I kept thinking of gold. And I know you can't really see that those are G's, but it is. I don't even know how good the paper was showing up there. Look kind of sus. And if you do comment, I can see your comments right over here. At least I should be able to. Okay. Next one. We're going on to a B. I'm going to play it first and then listen to the TikTok on repeat. I'm so glad I thought of that idea because, you know, you never want to be the one that's sitting around waiting for somebody else to do something that needs to be done. You know, just do it yourself. Don't do the bystander effect there. Just, if something's lacking in the world, put it out there. And what was lacking in the world for me, or at least what I couldn't find easily, was, and people still probably won't find this easily, but was somebody playing open notes that I could listen to. And for my purposes, it was good to have them on a loop, so that's why I chose TikTok, because I haven't really gotten into Triller and Byte yet. Or messing around with looping on my phone and stuff, but I was like, okay, TikTok, I'll always know where it is, I'll be able to find it, because, you know, it's something that I posted. If they download to my phone, I can loop if necessary, so Yeah. Okay, on to the letter B. What colors of the 64 does B make me think of? That's weird. My B goes like when it's going, which is really weird. Okay, they're saying it's a little high at some points. So that might be it. See, the tuner will say that, like, oh, this needs to be tuned down, or this needs to be tuned up, and then we'll later on be like, oh, hey, by the way, but I'm trying to make it exact, so I hope that when I did the videos, because I had literally just tuned the guitar, so. Let me see. Yeah, see, that note is fine. Almost. I know that I can get a solid green. Hold on. All these, like, I tuned the guitar before. Sometimes it just takes a second to, like, catch up. Okay, see, now it was too tight. No. Yeah, I'd rather be on the lower side than the tighter side. Because I don't want to break a chord. But I know that you can get them solidly, like... Ooh. There it is. Solid green. I was trying to fuss about my E. It's a little bit too tight, yeah. Oops, didn't mean to loosen it that much. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay. So, what does B, now that I did all that, what does B make you think of? If I were to live inside the note. Alright, now we're going to play it on a loop. This will be super helpful. I also do the same thing where I sing the note. You know, ones that I can sing anyways, and that will be also super helpful for me, so it'll all be on TikTok. You know, it's posted publicly, but really it's for me or others interested in ear training. So it's not actually for, you know, the general public, but I think I know what color I'm going to choose here. It's definitely an interesting one. If you just saw me pull it out. Oh, very bright. How did my crayons break? Ooh, yeah, actually. You might be it. Okay. All these things back in. I think it was probably the challenge as a kid of getting them all back in the exact order as like the top of the box or whatever, or where the colors were supposed to go. It was like yeah, look what I can do. Put all my crayons back where they're supposed to go. It was like a big thing, I remember. Was that a big thing for anybody else? It was like a big thing for me. Like having the box 60 for crayons, stamp. You know, that was big. But, oh, I was like, what's going on? But like, specifically like, you know, putting the crayons in the exact order that the top of the box shows. Was that important also to you guys' first grade kindergarten selves? Second grade or whatever grade this was cool in. I was still in school, so I had to, still in school, meaning like in a classroom, not homeschooled. So it had to have been either kindergarten, first grade, or second grade. Or at least half of second grade. But most likely it was kindergarten and maybe first grade. Because I don't think I was, we were using the box of 60 crayons in second grade. It was like a big deal. Just a weird thing to be like, oh, this is a big deal. Even though it's broken. No, when I looked at it, I'm not feeling it. But I got the sharpener on the back. Maybe a really right. You guys don't make it. Nope, not you, not you. Maybe you. Okay. Alright. Oh, and one of the colors disappeared. Where did it go? I know I took it out. I should start putting the colors over here. Okay, we're still streaming. That's good. Goody, goody, gumdrop. Oh, did I put it back in the box? I did. Alright. It's going to be very hard to see this one. Oh, yeah, beautiful. No. Actually, you might be a little different. It's going to be a really faint one for me to show to the camera if you can't already tell by the main color of it. that's the twangy note that David Lucas Burridge talks about. Like that twangy sound, he says. Stop, won't stop. I really want to replicate these twangs. Which is great because they remind me of water. Okay. Now, I pictured more of a white. Sometimes I saw a very light lavender, but, and then blue, like if I really, really tried to picture it, but mainly it was all white. But I knew that I needed to keep thinking, you know, hearing it and living inside it and stuff to be like, what other colors do you have? Because sometimes it's not just one color I'm finding, or maybe just for me, you know, I'm indecisive, so I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't pick one color. But they usually do have a dominant color. And then I think at least like 3 colors down. I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's how I feel it anyways. There we go. So, like I said, I thought of white. So let me show this here to you if you can see all that. I'm holding it here for a second because I know the camera might take a second to focus. And I'm showing you the other ones. We just got high E left. Okay. Seems like B should be, seems like all of these should be higher, right? But I mean, I tuned it all, and then I second guessed myself. So let me see. But maybe they don't sound higher. There's my high E. Okay. Let's do this. I got my white pick today, so I can easily find it on my black blanket. Let me see if we got any comments. No, okay. Cool. Okay, high E, I think is like, it's funny because when we first started, I was like, oh, G always lights up green, it's always in tune. I feel like me and G are gonna get along. It's gonna be like my favorite note, because it's always in tune. But like, in all actuality, it me and G do not get along, but me and high E really get along. Me and B get along too, pretty well, but me and high E are like, we like each other. There's further proof, I guess, that I'm a soprano, but my mom's like, you know, I can do alto and stuff. But yeah. I love the high E. It's weird because sometimes the colors that I think of for these aren't the colors that you'd expect them to be. Like, I don't know what you'd expect any note color to be, but I'm like, really? Okay, black, yeah, for low E, that makes sense. But really white? Really lavender? Gold? Where does this come from? Gray? Like, where do these things come from? And I would have included the making of the TikToks as part of the practice training, but then I'd have to set up the camera again. You know, I got my one camera rolling. Not crooked, by the way. I mean, I guess it's fine. But so I was like, rather than doing all that, I'll just film the TikToks first, and then come back, and then have good loops of all the materials that I want. Okay. What do you make me? I was seeing how all the other notes sound in relation to high E, since I was saying they sound pretty low. Like, do they sound similar, or do they sound completely low? And, it does make B. Obviously, the notes sound the same no matter what, but it does kind of make it, sound higher. I think it's just been a while, so. High E has been really stubborn about giving me a color, though. I don't know how I'm tired. Oh, I forgot to get myself more water. I have water over there, but I was like, let me not delay myself any longer by getting some water. Okay. Okay. It's so serene. There's like, yeah, it's so serene. Okay, alright. Let's paint my loop. That audio does sound pretty good too. I don't need you now. Maybe. Not exactly. You can come too. And you can come. Okay. Excuse all my yawning if I'm making you yawn at home. Okay. This is a very tricky color, not only because it uses white, but just because of the, like, instead of wanting to show me sailboats and targets and stuff instead of one color. And also, of course, it's going to be harder to get this color. Just because it wants to be white, so. So this is the part where I just mix all of the colors together. especially for this white, I kind of have to mix them together to be able to like see what I'm doing. Even though my main color here is white, which doesn't have any color, but I don't have any like black construction paper or anything like that. To like do anything. Okay, now that I got everybody. Okay, and this is a high E. H-I-G, I can't spell apparently. But didn't we figure that out before that I cannot spell? So I want to draw the sailboat and the target and stuff too. But we're going to start with this outline, since that's what it makes me. And you know, he said to have like fun with it, so. And when I say sailboat, I do mean sailboat. You'll see. So it was the stripes where I envisioned like the blue and white. So that's what I'm going to draw in now. So, yeah, I completely did the wrong colors, but it's okay. Okay, I draw so fantastically, guys. The most fantastic. Just kidding, obviously. Okay. And put the crayons away so they don't get lost. You never know when you're going to need a box of 64 crayons. And when for some reason you'll need all 64 there. At, 27 years old, so never know what you'll need it for, but I'm keeping it nice anyways. Okay, let me show you what I've drawn. So, you'll see this is high E. It's a combination of like white and blue and some other colors, like orange and stuff. This is the sailboat that I saw. It's in some water. And here's a bullseye that I saw, an orange bullseye, which is why I said it was interesting. And here you go. Here's this. Okay, now that you've gotten to look at it. Okay, so we completed the first exercise. Crown me queen. I did it. Okay. We did it. It was great. I'm going to put some blanket over myself because I get cold easy, and even in my beautiful onesie, I still get cold. So, somebody also commented, let me pull it up, how I was off, when I was singing a high E note, or maybe it was a low E note, but I'm going to go to that comment right now, respond back to it, and then try to get it right. L Consciousness says, and speaking of that, let me make sure I have no comments. No comments, okay. Oh, actually I do. ILY, that means I Love You by Ronald Gilmore off of Facebook. Thank you, Ronald. Hello. Much love. Our Consciousness on YouTube says, for our advanced lessons, I like that you say our advanced lessons, did you notice, Botsy, proper English and all, we stand proper grammar, that you ended up a bit sharp on that humming A after a while. I was wrong, it was A. Didn't have anything to do with the E's. And then he links the time. Thank you for always linking the time. Much appreciated. I think you did pretty good with staying on pitch, though. Thank you. We're going to listen to what he says and then respond to his comment. So he said 1525. I clicked the thing. Let's see. So out of the 64. Oh, look at that. He says our advanced lessons. Oh, okay. Do I gotta find out where I went sharp at? Alright, so for me. Okay. This is good anyways because it's still kind of like ear training. So let me go a little bit before that. So this is what I'm doing the A. We're almost to 1525. Okay, so you mean on that last A? Okay. That's why he said advanced lesson. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find where I went a bit sharp at on that, and I'll get back to you guys tomorrow. Sometime when I go live. I'm not sure if it'll be at night or when it will be, but whenever I go live, tomorrow I'll give you guys a report on that. I don't want to spend practice time on it, even though it is technically practice and stuff, but I think it'll be good fun for me to do it anyways off the stream. And see if I can find it and see if I can get it right. So I see what he means by advanced lessons, and I'm definitely going to respond to his comment as well. Once I find it, or once I think that I find it, and I'll update everybody. So that'll be fun. That'll be real fun. So I'm going to do that. Not now, obviously. I'm going to do that another time. Like I just said. So, but now in the meantime, we're going to go back to our site. What's my computer doing? Oh, my computer's like almost dying. Terrible. It's not what's holding the stream up, so that's fine. I just don't know if it's worth plugging it in right now. I guess it is. It did have a good battery life, but I don't want it to die. But I don't want to keep taking practice time up on these things, but I brought the charger over here just in case it did die, but I didn't even expect it to, so. I guess before I move on to something else, I should really look, just like I showed you guys my drawings, I should really, or, you know, the colors and stuff, I should really look at them and, like, really see, you know, see what I came up with. Where is the other end? It's over here in the light. I'm gonna get that. So the thing that gives me good lighting is I got a it's actually a light box from Pivo, and I just unfold the light box. Will this reach all the way over here? Okay, yeah, it might. If I finagle it. So I just unfold the light box and then put it over, you know, lean something against it, hold it open, and it gives me such great light. In fact, when the power went out due to the storm the other week, we actually used the light box and put it to a chair to make it a light chair that we could carry around and everything, because it, you know, can plug up to any portable charger or anything like that. So that was pretty cool. I'm gonna put my hood back up because, like I said, I'm cold. Let's not sit that the wrong way there. Get a strike so quick. We ain't about that on this channel, or on any channel that I have. But in case that wasn't clear, so let's see here. I'm glad, like I said, I can put it all into one page. It's really quite interesting because a lot of times the color that you think, besides high E, kind of like go together. But you can kind of see the progression too, because low E's like this black. I probably should have done it in a progression order, but I can kind of see it because in low E you got some like black and gray, a little bit of orange, or a little bit of brown it looks like, and then for D you've got like a total like all of these grays together and blacks, and then low E and then A is next. And then A, which is interesting. Okay, so it actually doesn't go the way that I thought it did, which I see I would relate everything to everything. But I mean, it kind of does, but not really. Low E, actually, you know, you think of like majority black, but then like gray, like a little bit of gray if you really think about it, but then a little bit of like browns and stuff, but the majority black. And then you go down to A, and you've got a more lavender, yellow, orange feel. And then when you go to D, you're back to like the darker colors. You're back to like the gray and the black. And then from D, you go to B. Did you notice? I've memorized now the order of the guitar notes, the guitar strings. So that's good. And then yeah, and when you go to I say that and I got two. Okay, yeah. And then when you go from D, you go to B, and B is just kind of like a bunch of whites. And if you know, I really try to force it out. Some so then I saw some purple, and I was like, well, I just had purple, so for some reason I was practicing this having purple, because I guess A has purple, and A, I guess, you know, owns it. And then I kept thinking I saw like blue and stuff like that, so some blues. And then you go down to, oh, I did that wrong. That's why it was wrong. I'm sorry. You go from low E to D to A. It goes from low E to A to D to G. G should be next after D, not B. Yeah, it's just looking at this weird. But from G, the majority, the major color is gold. And you can maybe see some oranges, maybe a really string of yellow, like almost like a string of like lightning, like, you know, that thin going through it. But really, like, gold is the majority color. And then we go to B, which is those whites and those other colors I was talking about, that hint of lavender with maybe some blue. And then you go to high E, which just makes you think of a sailboat, and you're not sure if you're seeing blue and white because you just came off of doing it for B, but you know, you see the sailboat, and then like you think some more, you see some water, and like, but white of course is like the main color, and then as you think some more, then you kind of see like a target. And at least that's what I see. I don't mean like the target like the store. I mean like a bullseye target that you would see like in a dartboard. But that has a lot of oranges and stuff. It's interesting to look at all of those. Make sure we're still streaming. Oh. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And we are still streaming. So, now I'm going to go on to the generator that randomly will generate notes for me and see where we are. Oh, I said I was going to try to sing the notes too. So that could be an option as well. Because now I got my dual screen in the mail, so we can have one app open here and another open there. So that will be good. Okay. And I can also like set it up like this while I put the camera on me and everything like that. So that's really good. I'm really excited about having the dual screen for the LG V60 because you know I'm an LG girl. I'm an LG girl in an LG world. Life in plastic gets fantastic. Okay. Okay, so now if I can now I gotta look because it's been a while. And you see, I open a lot of tabs, and I know that's cringe to have a lot of tabs open. But I keep a lot of tabs open because, you know, my Google feed, of course, they made the Google feed a little bit longer. And so then when I see a potentially good article, I just open it up in my Google feed. I mean, in my browser. And then I can always look at it later, and I always have it for whatever purpose I need later. So that's why I have so many tabs. Of course, it'd be better just for me to, you know, read the thing as soon as it comes out. But sometimes you don't always have time for that, or, you know, you just don't want to at that time. Okay, I'm leaving that up because that's highly interesting. Let me see here. Yeah, because I don't think I can search these. But I can maybe search my history to look for falsetto. So let's go to history. Where is history? Passwords, addresses, privacy. Maybe it's under privacy. Clear browsing data. I think that might automatically clear it without me actually. And I don't want to do that. In fact, I kind of want to do the opposite of that. Okay. Okay, there we found it. Okay. Falsetto.app/guitar-perfect-pitch-trainer. Once again, though, you're probably better clicking on the Reddit link than typing in that URL because it always doesn't like to work. Starting us off with a not easy one. Is this D as in dog? It is a D. Okay, good. Got 1 out of 1 correct. I'm on a roll. Is that G? That is G. 2 out of 2 correct. Good. Okay, I feel like that one's low E. No, that one was A. I should have went with A. Ah, you know. Can't win them all. Okay, well that one's a B. Yep. Ah, see that's the low E. And that must be the A. Ooh, that's a high E. It always just strikes me when I hear high E. Sorry, I was talking. So that's a D as in dog? No, that was an A. Make sure there's no comments. Okay. Oh, right, that was the sound of an A. wasn't the sound of an A, so it must be a low E. Yep, it's a low E. See, they're testing me. They're trying to get me to like know the sound now. Cause they'll do that if if you're struggling on some. So I'm not sure if it just always does that or if it's just intuitive like that. I've chosen D as in dog. The answer is A. A be getting around. That's a B. Much more nicer. That one's an A then. I'm assuming yes. G as in goat. B as in boy. No, that was D. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting to hold them in my head when I Also, I've been looking at the camera, but when I'm facing the camera, but not like looking directly into it. But yeah, I'm forgetting to like hold these in my head. Imagine the notes after they're played, and I know if it's the right or wrong. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay. Next. That's gotta be an A. It's not low enough. Yeah, it's an A. G? No, that was a D. Okay. That was the sound of a D. Oh, that's gotta be Mrs. High E. Yes. Okay, so they just did this one, so I'm gonna say it's G as in goat. No, the answer was D. I thought so, but I wasn't certain. That one's a B. We're gonna say D as in dog. So Justin and I sometimes take IQ tests and whatever, and what we found is that like sleep deprivation, or not sleep deprivation, but not getting enough sleep, really like lessens your performance on things. Because within a matter of weeks, I took like the same IQ test. The only difference really being how much I stayed up the night before, and finding our own little study, I guess, because the way I'm telling the story, but yeah. During that, like, we saw, like, my IQ, especially in, like, some areas, like, lessen, actually, versus just when I had just the proper amount of sleep. And, by the way, the one where I had the proper amount of sleep with the higher score was, I believe, the first one I took. Or was it the second one? It was actually, yeah. But the second one. So I thought that was just interesting. That was a high E. Imagining it. Okay, that one sounds familiar. Is it D as in dog? It is D as in dog. Let me imagine it. You can make sound flashcards. You can totally make sound flashcards. Because, I used to use an app when I was in school that would put note cards on my phone. And you can totally put sounds and stuff, like voiceovers or whatever, inside the note cards. So in theory, I could just play a recording of me taking the note, of me playing a note, and then use flashcards. I mean, it's really, I know that the point, though, isn't supposed to be, you're supposed to be memorizing the, you're supposed to be memorizing it, but not, like, memorizing it in such a strict sense as using flashcards. And slow progress is actually better progress, which is like really weird, but slow progress is actually better progress, so maybe I just need to be patient with myself. I don't like not getting things right away, but I know if I had flashcards, it would be much easier. But it could be a good deliberate practice tool, or at least flashcards that say like, what's the difference in this sound than other sounds, or you know what I mean, more leading questions than just like, what note is this? So I can maybe think of like several questions, and so shuffle them all up. So, you know, what's different about this sound, or what difference do you hear in this sound? What note is this? You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea, except I just can't remember the name of the app that I use. But I'm sure if I search Note Card app, you know, one will come up. But Note Card app. And, okay. We're going to switch the Wi-Fi off on this phone because sometimes the Wi-Fi needs to be on, sometimes it needs to be off for it to work correctly. Now, I think it was called Crammer, actually. Like Crammer. I think that's what it was called. I don't see it, though. Crammer Note Card app. But that can just be another one of my homework assignments. But yeah. Note Card app. Cram.com flashcards. That's what it is. You can put in the notes to it. So that'll be like super, super helpful in the future. So I'm definitely going to have that, you know, nice and good tomorrow night. I love written flashcards better. I love the feel of like things in my hands. So I love, you know, like regular books, regular notebooks, that kind of stuff. But for purposes of this, I have to have the sound. And, you know, you can't put sound on paper. We're going to continue going through my 30 before we log off, though. Because, you know, I was rambling some. So, I have to go find it again. Can you believe that? So we'll just have to open it again so it's near the top. Did I go back too far? I haven't had this phone really that long. So it's kind of crazy for so many tabs to be open. But maybe that's a sign. Okay. I know I still got some work to do for the Teletown Hall. You can tune in August 3rd at 7 p.m. on facebook.com/tjc.dc. You can register for the National Summit that I've been planning that's been keeping me away from perfect pitch, or that I've been letting keep me away from perfect pitch. You know, not prioritizing this enough. You know, trying to get priorities straight. You know, if I can do Karaoke Live every week, you know, I can situate to be perfect pitch just to set aside that hour, or that hour and, you know, 15 minutes realistically, or that hour and 5 minutes, whatever that setup means. So, but I do have to get back to some work. I'll make sure that the apps and stuff are first and foremost, and I'll do note cards, everything like that. And I'm really glad I got those sounds on TikTok now, so that I'm able to use them. That's pretty cool. Wish I had thought of that sooner, but, you know, we all walk and crawl at our own pace. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for the special July series as we dive into perfect pitch. How'd you like that? And yay! Okay. And I'll tell you tomorrow which streaming app that I'm using to be able to do this. Thank you, and don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. youtube.com/Bati for more awesome content and stuff on the way. Thanks. Oh, let me look into the camera now. Thank you.